The full 2-hour and 14-minute version of this episode is available exclusively on our Patreon, along with nearly 50 other bonus episodes at patreon.com/almostcultclassics. This is Joe Ramone, and I'm here with Ryan Lancello.
High energy opening from Joe Ramone there.
Well, this is I feel like this is inside the actor's studio. We're doing
okay, fair enough. Your James Lipton voice. What's your favorite curse word, Joe?
Is that one of the questions he would
I
ask?
think he used to ask that, yeah.
Jesus.
What is your favorite curse word?
Jamf.
What?
It's jive ass most.
Yeah, this is our first ever Patreon Q&A. We're going to jump around with your questions. Thank you for everyone who hopped in on that comment thread.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, we're just gonna go. Man, I saw a few, but like the new format. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have said anything on that last episode.
We can just address that right off the bat. It's not necessarily a new format. It's just more like we're just gonna kind of do whatever we want. Like, hey Joe, I found like these old clips that are funny. Let's put them together and watch them, or let's talk about this
said
movie.
Ryan, never. That's
But
me going to you.
But you get the drift. It's like we're just gonna try other things, like with no real rhyme or reason. Like, who gives a shit? Like, we'll still do Almost Cult Classics and Off the Shelf or Joe's Shelf or Off the Radar. Like, we'll do all that stuff, but some other stuff too. Like, that's it. Just whatever. We're
launching a Dr. Pimple Popper rewatch show recap, so that'll be fun. Yeah, no, there's a couple things I want to do where like there's a few more just like clip focused things I want to do. One of them is old TV movies, because when I was
we got to do the Woody Allen one.
Yes, stuff like that. The Roseanne Barr, Tom Arnold one. Like, there's those old TV movie of the week, the dramatization of something that happened.
Oh, no, Rosie, no. We're going to do this. But only because I want to.
I'd be on board for that. So it's
that Woody Allen one is a trip.
Have you watched it?
Just clips when you and I were talking about it.
It was another one where I just randomly caught it one time, like 20 years ago.
What's that guy's name that plays him?
Who? I don't even know, but I watched the whole thing. I couldn't turn it off. It was so funny watching an actor like, no, Mia, I swear I didn't touch the kids. It was so fucking funny.
It's called Love and Betrayal, and it is Dennis Boutsikaris.
You're a psychopathic liar.
No, I think I made a terrible mistake. Listen, I think we should try to use this incident as a way to deepen our relationship.
Right.
I like how there's a Frank Sinatra in the cast.
Yeah, there's a Frank, and like he comes to comfort Mia at one point. It's fucking great, dude. It's awesome.
I would love to know the things that Frank said about Woody Allen that we'll never know privately in phone conversations. But this would be something, we'd like to do. But yeah, that's what the format. That's what it is. It's just honestly, it felt necessary too, because it was like if we just kept doing that same sidetracks, movie catch up, Almost Cult Classics, like we were just doing, and this adds so much.
Yeah, it's just something,
mixing it up
with reformatting, it's just we're adding a lot more video stuff. So I guess that's really where that aspect of it comes in. I'm
enjoying it though. I really like editing and especially much like mixing it up, because I do these hats off videos and it's like I get tired of listening to myself. So it's fun when I can, I can edit the audio of us. It's just a bit different, but
absolutely.
First up, we got naturally Joker, who says, if you can get any actor, dead or alive, at any point in their life to play a role in any movie, who would you pick? What movie would you use and why? You want to start with this? You're always thinking about what movies you would make if you had the shot.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, the only thing that comes to mind is like certain actors that maybe died too soon, like a John Ritter or a Jim Varney or a Bill Paxton. I would have just liked to have seen more of them and see them age and, continue to act. Specifically when it comes to like replacing actors in movies or stuff, I don't know. That's a bit broad. I couldn't really tell you. There's probably certain actors that would be better for this or that role. But yeah, it's just guys that kind of just went too soon. It's like, shit. Like, I could have watched Bill Paxton in movies for the rest of my life, like, and because some dickhead doctor fucked up a procedure, so
Is that what happened to him?
something along those lines. There was a lawsuit involved and stuff.
I thought he had cancer.
No, it was a condition or something, but no, it was like some doctor fucked something up. I don't know, there was a lawsuit. I don't know what happened. It was a whole thing.
You mentioned Jim Varney, so real quick, let me do an aside here. I was watching this interview clip of Paul Walter Hauser, who I do like, where he proudly, during one of these junkets, rolls up his sleeve to show his tattoo. He has tattooed on his bicep the names of his biggest inspirations in life. Their last names with the ampersand just in a line. Ready for these names, Ryan?
Oh, good. I can't wait.
It says Short and Stern and Farley and Varney and Carey and Williams.
Howard Stern?
Or Daniel Stern.
I think it's Howard.
Daniel Stern.
You think it'd be Howard?
Yeah.
Daniel Stern.
I guess I should answer the question, huh?
Yes.
I don't want to... It's so hard to speculate, because then you get into the terms of, like, essentially this question is who would you resurrect, and that's too tough for me, but... You know what? Like, when I think of if I ever got the shot to make movies, it's like I want to find my my Dick Miller, if I like of the Joe Dante. Like, I want to find that character actor that maybe like Chris Diamantopoulos, because he's someone I've always liked and he was very kind to me when I was a young man. Brian Haley, Mike Starr, people like that, where I'm like I want to see them in more things. I've always liked them, and yeah, that would be where I would go.
Yeah, I can't say I'd be too interested in working with like stars. I mean, you wouldn't turn it down, obviously, but yeah, it's like you miss character actors.
Moving on, what was the best theater experience you had with a large crowd of people? That is from Boner Garage.
Boner Garage, all right. It's mostly comedies. I remember, I don't know why, someone maybe saw it on, this was early too, MySpace or like early Facebook, but we got to see an early screening of Borat at the Riverview. So we're standing in line waiting to see this. Like, I was already familiar with Sacha Baron Cohen, Ali G, Borat, all that stuff, the show. So we're standing there, and it was like maybe 5 of us, and 3 of the guys were like, fuck this, I don't feel like standing in line anymore, let's go party. And me and my other buddy, Arno, were like, no, dude, like, we want to see this movie. Like, it looked great. So we
you had
stayed.
On your green Speedos, your mustaches.
I was just standing in line. But we were like three or four of the guys left, and it was just me and him. And we went in there, full theater. And I mean, the movie doesn't hold up. It's a funny movie, but it's a little janky. It's the same thing where you're putting a narrative over this stuff. It kind of works, it kind of doesn't. But man, we were fucking dying in that theater. People were keeling over, and those were the old experiences you loved. Like, I can't imagine sitting in a packed theater now. I'd be uncomfortable. I would feel weird. Maybe I wouldn't. Who knows? But it was those old things where, and this is before reclining seats too. So like, I think you were a little closer to people. And man, just when an audience is like really into a movie and everyone's like jokes are hitting, it's so much fun. And not only that, you're missing jokes because everyone's laughing so hard. So it's like, you're like, God, I can't wait to see this again. Like, you go a couple more times to see it.
Jackass number 2, I remember being like that, where it was just consistent laughs until
yeah, and groans obviously with that, but just like you really felt like you were like, whoa, I'm seeing an insanely good comedy right now. It's like the thing you always want, and you're getting it. Worst theater experience? It's hard to say. There was one time I got people from work. I don't know. This is like 20 something years ago. They wanted to go. They're like, oh, we're all going to go to the movies. Let's have a movie day. I worked in this like catering hall, like a big staff. And they wanted to see The Breakup. Remember that movie with Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston? Anyway, I didn't care, but I was like, I'm going to get drunk. So I got hammered drunk. And I remember I was like...
It's the same thing as your fucking Snakes on a Plane
Well, this
story.
was a little different. This was another one where the theater was packed. People used to go to movies, and pack out theaters. So I'm in there, and we were leaving to go smoke cigarettes and drink more in the car. And I came back in at one point, and the movie was kind of long, and I was just like, did they break up yet? And this guy turned around and was like, dude, shut the fuck up. It was so funny. I just laughed at him. I mean, you know, he's right, but
I really enjoyed when we got to see Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein at the Blobfest a couple summers ago.
that was fun.
Sold out crowd in the balcony. That played really well
the
there.
Colonial at Phoenixville is always a great time. I saw another question that kind of pertains to this. It was like older movies you'd like to see. I went and saw, just by myself, I saw it was playing. I used to live in Phoenixville. I've since moved, but
But as far as sold out of the shit we saw there, that was the only one of like, you know, even the great orchestral, when they had that guy come in for the silent movies, but like this was packed, sold out.
yeah, it
pretty
was
much.
fun. But I went and saw 2001 there. I was like, I got to go see it on a big screen. It's fucking great. Like, it's such a fun movie to watch on a big screen. I just dig it. I love that old theater, man. It's really cool. I'd really recommend anyone in the area go up there, go up to the top balcony, go touch the Blob Memorial under the projector. Super cool. But your thoughts, Joe?
Well, yeah, that, and then one of my favorite theaters in the world is the American Cinematheque, the Arrow Theater Arrow in Santa Monica, and they did a couple of years, probably like close to 10 at this point. They did a Laurel and Hardy newly remastered. It was like a 2-day thing. They did some at the Egyptian Theater, and then they did some at the Tanya Theater in Santa Monica, and it just so happened that they played a movie that there was this one Laurel and Hardy feature that I just kind of was always like, I'm gonna wait for an occasion to watch this. I want to keep one there that I haven't experienced, just to,
Sure.
or maybe I saw it when I was younger, and this happened to be they showed like 3 of their shorts, and then they closed the evening out with this movie of theirs called Fra Diavolo, and it was not by that point a lot of people had left. There wasn't a lot of people there, but man, it was incredible to be like, holy fuck, I'm watching this movie on a big screen. It's really the first time I'm seeing it in full. It was just very cool. Moving on, what movies surprised you? This is from Ezra. What movies surprised you that when you went back to watch them years later, your opinion of the film drastically changed, good or bad?
Can you answer this, dude? I was racking my brain on this. I know there's some where I'm like,
yeah, in fact, it's very relevant because I just put a video out on the Terry Jones Wind in the Willows, aka Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, which is we in the U.S. aren't really familiar with that Wind in the Willows, but it seems over in the U.K. that's like their, that's so culturally important to them. But yeah, I loved that movie as a kid, and I put the movie in, I watched it, and it was like the moment it got done, I'm starting to write because it was that like, oh my god, it held up. This movie was delightful. I love everything about it. I need to immediately start work on this video. So that's also the reverse has happened. I remember I was going to do a video on the Tom Arnold, David Paymer movie, Carpool, and I watched it and was like...
I remember liking that.
I remember liking it too, but there was something about watching it. I was just like, sometimes you just don't have enough to say about it, and I think maybe that was it, but there's quite a few. I mean, hats off. Majority of my videos, I feel like, on that channel are movies that I'm revisiting from childhood that I'm seeing now as an adult and finding things to appreciate about them.
Sure, absolutely.
Jason Patterson says, I don't know if this is too broad, but what are your thoughts on limitations in filmmaking? There are so many examples of limited budget, SFX, speech, nudity, etc., causing filmmakers to adapt creatively. He cites Bruce the Shark and Jaws. I feel like I'm always hammering this exact point.
Well, someone, I think it was that Lux and Addis said in the Dogma 95 movement, which if you've ever looked at like the restrictions, I kind of want to make a movie with those restrictions. There wasn't a great output from that movement, but yeah, we both kind of banged the drum on that one, is that you need to be a little restricted. I think one of the things I hate most about right now is, and I've bitched about this a million times, is the unmoored CGI camera that like zips around and like, does impossible camera movements. And I think that as a viewer, I think it's just on a weird subconscious level, I think it's taking you out entirely. And I don't even think it's very visually interesting. I don't think it really works. So limitations are definitely good. I don't think you need to necessarily do it artificially like Dogma 95, but it definitely forces you to be more creative, without a doubt.
I know it's very fresh in my mind again because I just did this video on the Terry Jones Toad thing. But I watched the Python movies again, and those are movies where it's like especially Holy Grail, where it's like they totally embraced what they had to work with, and it makes the movie so much better.
Right. Yeah.
You said it. It used to be a saying. Now it's like the mantra of we'll fix it in post. Like now it's.
Yeah, I think you should, if you're going to get into this, you got to totally erase that from your mind. Like, you won't fix it in post. That's what you should be thinking. Like, we're not going to be able to. So we need to do it right now. And this dovetails into another question. I don't know if you can jump ahead. I think someone was asking about modern cinema versus, cinema of the past. And it's really that the fact that ethos is we'll fix it in post, or you're going into it thinking we'll finish it in post. Which obviously you need to edit and do sound and color correct. Sure, that's always been a thing. But the big difference was like you really had to get things right on set.
I think it really comes down to chance. It's like, and I think they're really adverse to uncertainty. Like everything's got to have market research and focus. Everything's got to be
It's a good point.
Figured out. So that's grander picture. I feel like that's the problem. They're not into taking chances anymore.
Yeah, there's definitely the risk factor, and it's definitely the adaptability factor of fuck, something went wrong, what do we do here? And you got to be able to adapt to it in the moment. You got to be ready for all these variables that can come up. And when you shrink that into, well, we'll fix it later because we can, well, then you're not opening yourself up to happy accidents, which is so much of filmmaking is happy accidents. I mean, there's countless stories where it's like, we didn't mean for this to happen, and it's a legendary scene or shot or something. If you go to my YouTube channel, you see the short flower pot I made in college. I didn't expect to smash through a windshield, but I did, and then it's a great smash cut to inside the interior of the car driving away, and the fucking windshield's totally smashed. We didn't plan for that, but man, if it wasn't, I knew immediately. I'm like, well, we're getting in the car, and I'm going to get in the back seat with the camera and film these two characters in front of a broken windshield, and it was great. We love it. Was perfect for what it was, like 18-year-old college film.
Sergio asks, "Hey guys, is there any movies that you just have no interest in?"
I mean, for me, it's kind of horror. I just have very, very little interest in horror films, and superhero movies at this point. Real checked out. I tried watching. I just wanted to watch a couple scenes from that new Superman movie.
Oh yeah,
Meh.
nah,
Just didn't. I was like, whatever.
yeah.
I kind of like the approach he did there with like making it more weird with like more characters and like I watched like the scene where Superman was fighting like a kaiju. And I was like, yeah, whatever.
He kind of just throws you into it too. I kind of like that, right?
Yeah, I don't mind that approach, but at the same time,
we don't
I'm
need
just,
this origin story shit anymore.
No.
You know,
I'm just superheroed out. I
Yeah.
just kind of don't care. Keep making them. Fine. It's good. Kids like them. That's cool. That's the thing too. It's like I wish you just make them for kids. They don't have to be this elevated adult thing. Like I just find that very dull, very boring. It doesn't speak to me whatsoever. But your thoughts?
yeah. I don't know if I obviously like I have. I'm not particularly inclined to watch anime. We've discussed in the past, but it's nothing like that. I'm very tough on like genres and styles of movies. I just didn't like have that childhood nostalgia or growing up with that. And anime just always, it was never something I gravitate towards when I was younger. But it's just like there's an overall just like even that. I've talked about it on the show. It's like that new Jurassic Park movie. It's like the fact that they made a Jurassic Park movie that I have no interest in. It's shocking.
I had none.
Yeah,
Like I didn't even watch the trailer. I don't
I
think.
didn't either.
I was
I'm
just
just
like,
so
I was
checked
like,
out.
they're doing another one. I was like, all right.
Even the fact that
have fun.
that Chris Pratt's not in it, I'm still like, I'm sorry, you guys, you bastardize everything. Yeah, you took what others had done and you did the next steps. Therefore, you didn't take any responsibility for it.
Yeah, I think
That
I'll
was
agree
me
with you
quoting.
there.
Ian.
I thought
Okay.
I thought it was. Yeah, okay, it was pretty good.
I did an acting class last summer or 2 summers ago, and that was my monologue.
Yeah, I'm with you though. Any franchise or tentpole from the past 30 years that they're trying to bring back, I have very little interest in. Reviving old IPs, like remaking movies, very little interest in. Go for it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like,
Oh, there it is.
Heath asks, absolutely loving the recent Jerry Lewis commercial shows. I was wondering, who are a few of your dream interview guests for the show, Joe? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey. Specific to Joe. What do you got?
I've said it time and time again, but like as far as what would be a great guest, it's totally a pipe dream that we would have fun as Tarantino. I mean, we would bullshit with him about everything. But as far as
he can talk. I mean, he can talk movies. So
yeah, he's seen everything. We would just have fun, just talking about that old shit.
He's a complete encyclopedia. Yeah.
I would love to have, but like as far as people who like, I think I would really like to have. It's more like those character actors. Like I would love to have like someone like Mike Starr, or someone that's like appeared in little parts in so many movies. Daniel Stern, like just those people like that. No one's really doing deep interviews with, you know.
Sure.
Is there anyone you would like to talk to? Do you want to give a little 140 character
really
response?
you just want, like you're saying, you want Hollywood stories.
Mm-hmm.
So those workman like actors or directors or writers or whatever who really kind of
like there was on Gilbert's podcast.
Yeah, who have been in so much stuff and just have so many stories. It's like no one specifically springs to mind, but that's what you want. Talking to a big celebrity is fucking boring, man.
Even listening to them is.
Oh my God, yeah, that's what I should have said. I'm not talking to Annie personally, but listening to them, it's and it's understandable. They got an image, it's a publicist, blah blah blah. They're not really going to give you anything great, so I'm with you.
Mr. Music Man 95. Do you think there is any saving the film industry post-Marvel, or do you believe it to be truly fucked beyond repair? Let me just start by saying something. I remember when we first started this podcast, like, it was a hot take to come and shit on Marvel. It's so nice to see that the overwhelming majority of people have come to kind of sour on those movies.
Well, it's just too much.
Yeah.
And they're not really doing anything differently. The fact that, like, I heard, like, that new Fantastic Four, I heard people were just like,
in the film industry especially, you see it's like we're like goldfish, it is a cycle, and so I don't think it's irreparably.
You're dealing with enormous disruption right now with streaming, collapsing of DVD. They're trying to figure that out. Can it be salvaged? Probably, as long as people want to watch movies. The internet has really destroyed people's patience, though, to sit and watch a movie, not look at your phone.
Yeah, they've blown so much goodwill, Disney and Marvel and Indiana Jones and Star Wars. Like, so it's at the end of the day, it's just you got to get
Star Wars still shocks me. The biggest gimme of all time, and you ruined it.
Wasn't a fucking gimme either. They paid a good chunk of change for those.
They could have printed money forever just doing normal stuff. I know people are kind of liking that Andor show. I haven't seen it, but like. Dude, it's shocking to me.
It's another thing to me when you like me as a kid be like, there's a bunch of Star Wars shit you won't be interested in. I would have like,
it's mind blowing. I remember when the Marvel movies were first winding up and being like, oh dude, this is so awesome. They're doing a Thor and they all connect and blah blah blah. And like now I'm like, who gives a fuck? Like, it's crazy. Now obviously I'm much older, but still, man, it's just weird. But we'll see. Time will tell.
Gavin says, hey, longtime fan of the show. If Hollywood gave either of you a substantial budget, how would you make your films look stylistically?
Stylistically, I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of ideas. I really... you could watch... Me and Joe kind of co-directed the Rick Darris thing, but like, I really like the shot where it's a big wide shot where it's me and Joe are far away, standing at the grave, and there's... all the tombstones in the foreground, and there's a big, nice, colorful line of trees of us in the background. I love shots like that, and I love contrasting that with, like, close-ups. I love insert shots. Stylistically, it's all in my head. I could, if I had the material in front of me, I could definitely, what's the word? Articulate it much better, but I always know how I want something to look when I'm shooting it. Based on, something that's, I've written or you've written, whatever. When you have the material there, I always know how I want it to look. So I don't know if that answers your question. I hope it does. Your thoughts?
I think you can see a lot of my style evolve in the Hats Off videos. They're I'm not really, I actually, as time has gone on, like I've started to, like when I would just show like a close up of a movie or a video, I would use just like an iPhone or just like now I set up a tripod, I light it, like I really get into that type. So I think,
you're watching, if you start from the beginning of Joe's Hats Off stuff to now, you've become
Yeah.
a fine editor. It's
Thank you,
really
I
fun
appreciate it.
watching your editing style evolve. Just much more confident and like robust. And
Well, I've seen a lot of, I shouldn't say a lot of, I do get comments occasionally, people who are like, can you please stop using the cutaways? And like,
You deserve this and nothing else. Whack!
the cutaways, it's, people think I just do them to do, like, it's necessary for pacing. Like when I'm listening to a recording session I've done of my own narration, like sometimes there's just like one statement ends, another begins, and something, they don't connect. I'm
needs
like,
a bridge.
It needs a bridge.
Connector. You're right.
So that's also part of it for me, my style. 5chan. What's the one lost film the two of you would like to see discovered?
I mean, the obvious one is Day the Clown Cried, but there's so many.
I almost want that to never be like. I love
Yeah.
having it there as
Right. I don't know. I went and looked at like a wiki for like lost media and stuff. There's so many things that just are unfinished or footage was lost and destroyed. Yeah. There's a ton.
Orson made like 3 half-finished movies.
The Magnificent Ambersons is like, yeah, that's the one that
Yeah,
always
his
gets
cut of
brought
that.
up. I don't know. It's a tough one to answer, honestly. It's more so just what could have been's kind of, shows that get canceled too early or movies that never got made. Just in general, I have a good book about that somewhere in my stacks about things that just didn't get made. David Lynch had a bunch of those where it was just like you read it and like this sounds like the stupidest idea ever, but he pulled it off a lot of times. So
yeah, there's a Hats Off. That's the name of a lost Laurel and Hardy silent short. That's where the name of Hats Off Entertainment comes from. So
okay, there you go.
I would love that to be discovered someday. Hey, Ryan and Joe, I've been loving your work for more than a year now. I was wondering what oversaturated film genre you would make your own if you had to work within it.
Well, I think he does superhero rom-com there. He kind of does little suggestions.
Oh, yeah, superhero rom-com, etc.
I don't want to give away this thing anymore, but I have a full fleshed out story. It's the supervillain origin story. And it's such a good story. I would never ever got the budget to make it. I would do it. I've almost thought about writing it as a novel. It's kind of a mean, nasty movie, and to me it's such a fun story. I would love to do that, man. That's like a thing I'll probably never get the chance to do. But like I said, maybe I'll just write it as a novel. I've kind of done a little bit of that in regards to the story. But your thoughts, Joe?
I would like to, I've said it before, I don't think anyone has really done an effective satire or parody of like the reboot culture, which they're going to do in this Spaceballs thing. I'm not trying to get back to Josh Gad, but like I always say, like, I would love if Austin Powers is
modern day.
Modern day, it turns out he was frozen at the end of the last movie in 2005, whenever it was. He's thawed out now and discovers that like there's a new Austin Powers. It's like a young, sexy black guy or something. Like I like
that would be kind of
him
funny.
Coming out to be like they've replaced him, and it's like he's like, who are these characters? They weren't in the last film, baby. I don't know who they are. Like that. I want that type of. And I thought the Naked Gun would kind of do that, but just give me like really go full bore into making fun of what reboots have become.
Not only that, I mean, making fun
Kid
of
character throws son in there.
Yeah,
that, like,
but the past 10 years. No one knows they want it, but everyone wants it. They want the past 10 years, like, really mocked. Did you hear anything about this Eddington movie, Ari Aster?
Oh,
kind of a COVID movie. I might watch it. I heard mixed things.
Oh God, Pedro Pascal's got to be in it, doesn't he?
Of course. Look, I can't stand the guy personally. I don't like his vibe or anything. He's totally overexposed. He's a good actor. You can't say he's not. I don't like his face. I don't mind his face. So actually, I am a little tired of his fucking face, but his moment is past. We are done with this. We're not though. This is his moment.
So tired.
I'm interested to watch it because I know you're tired of him. We got it. But the COVID era was so dreadful.
He keeps touching women. With his
I don't want to get into it. Yeah, it's total bull. Please stop it. Such a lie.
That's what I do to Ryan whenever I'm anxious.
Yeah, and I obviously allow it because I want you to feel safe.
I photoshopped for me and Ryan, our eyes only, but I photoshopped Ryan in with the mozzarella guys from our Mel Gibson encounter. That's a really fucking Can I
did
put that
you do
online?
that?
Is there a way? Yeah, it's like, but it looks like a prom
don't
photo.
know.
Like the one guy's holding you, and I'm standing
pretty
off to the side.
You take a piece of mozzarella.
You know what we didn't talk about though was his fucking rampage about Helen Hunt that someone sent me. Did we ever do that?
That was so funny. What did he expect to get from Helen Hunt? You could read that. If you can find that, please read that. That was hysterically funny.
It was just like, holy fuck, the dark side of the Mozzarella Man really came out. Here it is. I have it.
I do his voice so much better than you, by the way.
Do you want me to send this to you so you can read it then? Asshole.
I mean, can you?
Yeah, I can.
I'm a little stuffed up now. I'm on the spot here.
I hope you fucking flub every line.
I'm gonna read it with the typos.
Okay.
Helen Hunt was the worst meet and greet. She didn't even say hi to me and my father-in-law. Out of all the guests, she was the worst. All they were saying was, no touching, no touching. I would never touch a guest at all, but for a pic, see, I got this is when you don't audition. I would never touch a guest at all for a pic. But for her to keep her hand in her pockets and hunch over like I was an alien or something was something I didn't think to expect. She did not get the fresh Maz because she didn't deserve it. Sorry, not sorry. Maybe next time sit her in a chair like Christopher Lloyd and all those problems will be solved. Just trying to help future photo ops with her. And then he does 2 fucking Italian flags with the thinking rubbing your chin emoji in the middle. Thanks, pal.